This is actually something we're going to be doing for the lesson on Wednesday. We have an Arduino board, Arduino Uno board, and we have lots of different jump wires, and we also have this device here. This is called, this bit here, this is called a 7-segment display. 7-segment display. And the reason why it's called 7-segment is because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you look at this figure here, there are 7 segments. It's like having 7 lights in a box. And what you do is you light up certain parts of this, and it makes certain numbers or characters. So if I plug in the battery, that's pretty much what we get. Now, bear in mind, and you'll realize this when we have the lesson on Wednesday, this will not happen. You can't simply just plug in the 7-segment display and plug in all the wires and then plug in the battery and this happens. Okay? You have to program it. So you have to program this to happen. And in fact, you can see numbers. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. You can program anything to appear on this display. However, you have to tell the program, what does a 1 look like? What does a 2 look like? What does a 3 look like? So we've got ourselves a breadboard, 7-segment display, Arduino board, and a battery. Okay, so first thing we do is we need to take the 7-segment display and we want to plug it into the board. Now we might just plug it in the middle. Okay, just like that. Right, this is a 220 ohm resistor, and we're going to plug the middle part to the, oh gosh, which part is it? The negative, right. It needs to go into the negative. And all the other parts, the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and D, P, go into the positive, but the power bit goes into the negative. All right, we need to plug that up to there so we can provide the power. So we'll need some jump wires. Okay. Right, now, what's the next part? The next part is we want to, let's just put the battery inside. You can use a computer with a USB wire. You just plug the wire in there, you plug the other end into your computer, and it does the same thing. Or you can use a power bank, or whatever you happen to have. Not everybody has a battery like this, so but you know, it's fine. These are rechargeable as well, as you know. Okay, and then just plug that in. Make sure the battery's working as well. So if you you saw a little flash there, and if I turn off the light, you'll see it a little bit better. And let me show you how you can power up or light up each of these segments, right? So I'm going to put one of these red wires into the positive rail, and bit by bit I am going to light up each of the segments. Okay, so watch very closely. Okay, the first segment, all right, you see that? See? Oh no, not that one. All right, here's a segment. Here's another segment. Skip that one. There's another segment, and then down at the bottom, you can light up all the other segments, just like that. Oh, got to get around. So there, you see? Simple as that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to plug one wire into each of the pins, except the pin that provides the power, or the pin that you're supposed to provide power to, because that's already sorted. So, in other words, we want to put a current through pin A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and the DP. slowly building this up. The reason why you need this resistor, right, is because if you don't use the resistor, this is going to blow up. Right? Because if you don't use the resistor, there'll be too much current going inside, and it will burn out and maybe explode. You can see to the right we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then we have COM, and DP. Also, if you notice inside the 7-segment display, each of the segments has a letter, right? So that way you'll know exactly where or exactly what you have to connect to light something up. If you want to try this, I will give you something to try. So just bear with me for a moment. Just watch this first, and then I'll tell you where to go. Oh, this wire is really annoying me. So let me just. Okay, now let's say if we wanted to. It's really messy right now, but let's just say we wanted to create the number 1. So in order to create the number 1, we need to have B and C lit up. Okay. So B and C, it's the top right pin. Light up the top right pin. Like that. Oh, the connection's still a bit funny. Now, down at the bottom, it's this pin here. You just light this up. And now we have a 1. And unfortunately, my wires are not doing me much favor because it keeps turning on and turning off. Alright, so there is the number 1, and if we wanted to make the number 2, right, just follow the pinout diagram. So we want A, B, G, E, D. Okay, A, B, G, E, D, so just follow the pins. Okay, now we said we're going to make the number 2, so A, B, G, E, D. A, B, G, E, D have to be on, and all the other segments have to be off. So A, B, G. We don't need C, so let's take C out. Okay. So we need E. So E is the bottom left pin. In fact, can we jam those there? Problem is, if we have too many of these wires, it's going to block the display. And D for dog. So D is right next to E. So if we just jam that in, and there we have it, a number 2. Great. So very simple. And of course, if you want to plug in all of them, just by all means, just do it. You can create other symbols and numbers, and you might be able to make some letters as well. You can pretty much create whatever you want as long as it's within the boundaries of the 7-segment display plus the decimal point. And you can add other segments if you want to have more longer number. And that's good. Oh wait, are we missing something? F. Oh yeah, F is not connected. Okay, so if we plug that in. So there we go. Right. We have plugged in 7 segments plus the decimal point. Okay, it's all plugged in and it's all lit up just like that.